Let me ask Mr. Anene what his thoughts are. He says that what has happened, I mean, what it was saying that the discussion so far has focused a great deal on the symptoms, which is what he believes reflected last week, Wednesday, rather than on the root cause. What is your thought in that direction?
You see, I'm not looking at the sociological perspective, what must have caused it. I'm interested in the fact that a crime against Nigerian people was committed by people who were known, and up till now, no action has been taken against anybody.
You don't think that what must have caused it is also important?
You see, some of us who are lawyers don't look at the sociological aspect of it. You look at what the law says and what the law will apply. You see, one thing happened in America. When Obama was president, one person called Trevor Martins was killed by security agents on the ground of self-defense. What that young man was having was sweet. Now, there was an uproar in America. You know what Obama said? We are a nation of laws, and our jury has spoken. We have to abide by it. We are not going to encourage self-help on any grounds. If a senator is led to believe that he was suspended wrongly, our courts are there. He should go to court and fight it out. Now, we have the likes of Senator Dino Melaye. We have the likes of, what is that his name? Jubri. We have the likes of, even Alain Dume of late. And one of these senators, that is the center of this episode, is a member of ethics committee.
Yeah, but shouldn't we?
I'm coming. They have been applying these rules, either rightly or wrongly. You see, why we have law is that there will be likelihood of the law being breached. And if the law is breached, you don't take the law into your own hands. You approach the court for redress. And that is not been done. Who told you that he was suspended wrongly? It's only the court of law that will say that the suspension is illegal and give him a reprieve. That did not happen. So if we begin to look at the fact that, no, okay, this is executive tyranny, this legislative tyranny, this tyranny of the people, and all that, and all, we won't solve the problem.
Can I ask
you? We have to deal with the issues.
In almost all the instances that you have cited, in many instances, the court has, you know, given them reprieve.
Yes.
So the question is, how come the legislature, in spite of these different court rulings that we have seen, insists on suspending its members, you know, for more than 14 days?
Let me answer. The answer is very clear.
Yeah.
We have so many decisions, you know, on robbery. Has it stopped people from committing the act of robbery? The answer is no.
No.
But the question is this. Once an offense is committed, it should be dealt with.
Robbery, I mean, are you accusing... I'm not going to compare the actions of legislators with, you know, that of armed robbers.
I'm talking about court decision.
What I'm looking at, I mean, what I mean is in terms of precedence. If you suspend a lawmaker and the court says you shouldn't have done that or you did it wrongly, shouldn't it also behove on the legislature to actually clarify whether or not it can suspend its own members?
If you don't want to use the analysis...
Because if people commit robbery, some people will say if people commit robbery, of course they should be prosecuted.
Okay, what happens to electoral haste? Our court has persistently ruled on electoral haste. Has it stopped people from committing sin? The answer is no. Whether the legislature choose to obey their own rules or not, the court will always be there to deal with it. That is my take.
Dr. Igbuzor, you know, you've touched on some of the deeper issues underlying some of the things that we've seen. I want to ask you, you know, if you look at the state of criminal justice administration in the country today, how much of that, as a baseline, do you think feeds into some of the things that we're seeing around the country?
Yeah. I'm not a lawyer, but when I was growing up, I had this notion from experience that if anybody wrongs you and you can hire a lawyer and you go to court, you will get justice. But as I grow older, I discovered that it's not true. That even if you are walking along the road and somebody just walks up to you and slaps you in this country, you have to look at the person very well and know whether you should run away or report. There are policemen who have investigated people the wrong people, and they got sacked. I'm saying that we must look at the entire system. I have a very good friend, Dr. Haruna Yerima. He was member of House of Reps from 2003 to 2007 during the Darie crisis in Plateau. Darie came and gave gift to all members of the House of Reps, and the guy rejected it. And he rejected it, and he went to the house and said, no, it's wrong. You know what happened to him? He was suspended. He had to apologize. Senator Nuhu, a retired AIG, went to the Senate and said, what is amazing here? Many of the people here are suspected criminals, have investigated. And they said, what have you said? He was forced to apologize. A society that is built on falsehood, where you cannot speak truth to power, even ordinary speaking, is in danger. That's my point. And I'm saying that we need to move away from mono and binary analysis and see that if there is a problem, we look at one way. We must go to the root cause. Because if you don't go to, that's why we're having problems in this country. When we sit in, we look at the symptoms, we look at quick fixes. And those quick fixes will not solve the problem. For us to solve the problem of impunity, of legislative, executive, or judicial recklessness, we must follow the law. And everyone must be equal before the law. Whether things were done in the past, which were wrong, is not a justification for continuation of doing wrong things.